the first time I seen an Accord fixed up, it was just his car was just lowered on lowered on wheels, white wheels. He had a Rep Mugen lip, and it was just simple. And it didn't have no JDM headlights or anything. They were just USDM, and it was all USDM'd out. But when I first seen that car, I was like, damn, like that shit's clean. And since then, it's like, since the day I seen that car, I was like, I want to get one.
It's a little baby pool for you. I don't want to scare people around here. Tampoco no quiero ticket there. I want to take it home. Little baby pool.
Three, two, one.
Wait.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we're the most famous guy.
Wait, famous?
Dude, thank you so much for
Hey, man.
making the badass drive from all the way from Bakersfield
It's
to
all right.
Los Angeles. Tell us, man, what do you drive?
I drive a 93 Honda Accord LX.
Oh, LX?
Yeah, it's a LX.
Oh, never mind then. I thought it was a
Oh,
GX.
damn. Take it off real quick.
Now that you know how to put a microphone on.
Yeah, because this shit was just hanging right
Just
here.
hanging. So tell us, man, 93, right?
Yes, sir.
How have you had it and where did you pick it up from?
I've had it for, I think this year's going to be 7 years. And I'm only the second owner on this one. It was bought here somewhere in LA because one of my friends picked it up before I did. And he told me about it, and when he showed up with it at his house, I was there, and I told him, I'm like, hey man, you want to sell that Accord? He was like, I just got it, bro. Like, I'm probably gonna end up keeping it myself. And then I told him, I'll give you a little bit more than what you paid. He can see, he sells it to me. But at the same time, my other friend was looking for a coupe, so me and him were going back and forth. But I beat him. I beat him with the money.
By $5?
By probably like $2. But nah.
So
but
why
yeah.
that Accord?
Because my friend Eloy, the one that had picked up this car, he has one. I seen it. The first time I seen an Accord fixed up, it was just his car was just lowered on lowered on wheels, white wheels. He had a Rep Mugen lip, and it was just simple. And it didn't have no JDM headlights or anything. They were just USDM, and it was all USDM'd out. But when I first seen that car, I was like, damn, like that shit's clean. And since then, it's like, since the day I seen that car, I was like, I want to get one.
Tell us a little about your YouTube channel.
Oh, my YouTube channel?
And how we can follow this journey on these.
It all started as a joke because I used to have the little session, the little square, so you couldn't see anything. So you would have to use your phone a lot. And it just started off by just hanging out with me and my friends and just bullshitting, just making fun of each other, going to the canyons. And then it just started off like that. And then my friend Francisco, he tells me, hey man, why don't you just like start your own channel? You never know how it could hit. I'm like, you think people will like want to follow like, the things that we do? And they're like, dude, there's people that do like dumb stuff and they have like so many followers or subscribers. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So my YouTube channel is just about like when we go to car shows, or when I'm working on this, or I'm doing anything new to this, or just like I would say it's like a personal car vlog, I guess.
Right. And the name of it is?
It's just my name, Moises Robles. You can just look it up. Yeah. I mean, there's no like Moi Garage or CB7 Garage or anything like that. It's just my name because it just started off as just something simple. And if it grows big, then it grows big, and if not, then it's just for fun.
You get a Civic.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they don't follow me. I know they follow the car, so it's like, the car is what people want to get
I follow you.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah,
back to your old self.
yeah, it's just like,
Well, I hope that channel grows. And,
Yeah, hopefully it does. I mean, if it does, that's cool. And if it doesn't, then that's okay too. It doesn't. I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not looking at it to blow up and expand. It's just the people want to see like how shows are, or how Week Fest is, how like Tuner Evo is, or like other little meets that people don't really get to go to. Then they get a feel for that vibe. So that's what it is about. And then just working on this, see where it leads to.
Well, best
see
of
what new
luck to
things.
that, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
All right, boy. So tell us, man, what do we got going on in the front end?
In the front end, it's pretty simple. It's JDM headlights, G-squared grill. It's a replica, but I mean, people want an arm and a leg for the real ones nowadays, and they're kind of hard to find. And then on the bumper, it's SIT, CB3 bumper lights.
And so tell us, for the ones that don't know, like myself, the Japanese headlights, what's the difference between them?
They're plastic, and it's all one piece. Before these, I had the EDM headlights, where it's glass as a USDM, but it has no nipples, and then it's a separate corner light. But they're nice, but I broke those. That's a long story for that one.
And so, what are the future plans for the front end?
Just keep it the way it is. Maybe if that lip breaks, get another one. The lip is off a 240. It's a Nissan 240 lip. There's not really a lot of aftermarket support for these cars, so you have to
get creative.
You have to get creative. But that idea, I got it from one of my friends, Angel. He had it on his 91 bumper.
Oh, okay.
And it looks almost like the 94, 97 Grady lip, so that's why I kind of liked it. And I think it flows pretty nice with the front end. It's all aggressive, just simple, nothing crazy.
What's the color of the car?
It's a Phantom Gray Pearl.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's been resprayed like 6 years. Well, 6 years when I got it, 6-7 years. So the front end has been resprayed recently because rock chips and my fenders were a little bit beat up. But the front end has been resprayed, but the doors, the quarter panel, the roof, the trunk, it's all the same paint from 6 years ago. Yeah, when I got it resprayed.
Oh, wow.
This is the original paint code. The way you see the car right now is what you would have bought it off the showroom. That color.
Crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people trip out and they tell me that must be a custom color or something. I'm like, no, it's a stock color, and I'll give people the paint code and everything.
That's crazy, man. So tell us about the suspension. What do you have going on?
I'm on BC coilovers, SPC upper ball joints that I don't really like, so I need to get rid of those. I don't like them because they're too big, and then it bottoms out, and it's annoying. So that I'm probably gonna change out pretty soon. I got the FCC lower control arms back there, the whole kit. I bought it when I did the group buy, and it's pretty much simple. The suspension, there's nothing crazy going on. It's still stock sway bars. I haven't really touched anything from the suspension, but it's just pretty simple.
You said other than the upper control arms, or camber kit, I mean, what other, I guess, suspension pieces are you looking to make a change in the
Everything,
future?
all of the bushings. I wanna get all that legit, because I like taking my car to the canyons and stuff, and hopefully sooner or later I could actually track the car, but that's still gonna be a ways from now. I know a lot of people say it, but I really want to track this car one day to get it out there, see what it could do.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about your brake setup.
The brake setup, it's a RL caliper with the FCC bracket, Fat Fork Customs bracket. It's a 350Z rotor, so it's like almost a 13-inch rotor. It brakes nice. It's when you do the swap to the Odyssey spindle, it brakes good, because I mean it stops a minivan, so it stops the freaking minivan. So
I never thought about that.
think about it, it's still gonna brake good, but it's just a nice little upgrade. I mean, they look hella nice.
They look really nice.
Yeah,
For stock.
yeah. So I mean, so if it braked better with those Odyssey calipers or whatever, imagine in this, it stops on a dime. So I wish we could, like, maybe someday, maybe a company out there would fab something for the rear, like to have some Brimbos in the back.
Fat Fork Customs.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I mean, all the stopping power is in the front, so
And so stopping, what kind of wheels? Tell us about your wheel and tire setup.
The wheels, there's T37s. I bought these from, I forgot the country. Malaysia? No, somewhere in another country. But they're T37s. They're 17x9 plus 22 in the front, and the rears are 17x8 plus 30. Oh, 8.5 plus 30. And yeah, it's a reverse staggered. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but the reason I went this route is because my CE28s that I had before was the same setup, but they didn't have the concave on the CEs. They just had a fatter lip, which a lot of people didn't really notice, because it wasn't like a concave or anything. It was just a fatter lip. But then these, I came across these and I got these. I refinished them, new decals, valve stems, and I've always wanted TEs, and I've seen other Accords with them, but they're 16s, and 16, of course, I can't run them, and I don't got nothing against 16s. It's just, I think 17s is perfect for this car.
Yeah.
And 18, I think is too big, but I think 17s.
No, I agree. 17
is what sets it off, I think.
Tire size?
235/40 all around. Yeah.
You did mention it's an LX, right? And I see some disc brakes in the back.
Yeah.
Tell us about that upgrade. Where did you get it from?
The upgrade is from actually a 94 EX with Prelude hubs and then Type R rotor. So you had to piece that when you go 5-lug. Yeah. So this car is pretty much, it has mixture of parts of different cars, which I think is pretty cool because not a lot of people know that. But yeah,
able to do another
because the LX comes with drums in the back, and then once you go 5-lug, you might as well upgrade that. I've seen people still have drums in the back when they go 5-lug, which doesn't make sense to me. But we did that. The reason I say we a lot is because my friends have a lot to do with this build, so because they help me out a lot in it.
Follow his channel, you'll quickly realize what he does.
Yeah, I say we because I wouldn't take credit for what I didn't do. So I say we a lot. So we did that. My friend helped me out with that. My friend Eloy, he helped me out with a lot on this car.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, it's a simple setup. The rear flush mount, it's off the 9091s came with it. It was an option. When you know it's original, it's all squishy.
So that's what makes it original.
Yeah, and when it's all hard, it's a replica. But the reason I haven't painted this or color matched it is because they tend to crack no matter what you do.
Oh, I like it like that.
Even if you do some seal that's flexible, it's still gonna crack like in a year or so. That's why that's why I just painted the trim black. Yeah, because I don't want to waste money and then having later just crack, or when somebody leans on it, it's gonna crack. Yeah, because it's soft.
That's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
I love the simplicity. It's perfect. Tell us a little bit about your exhaust system.
My exhaust system is it's a RSR exhaust. It's a full exhaust. I picked that one up in SoCal as well. I think I got a hell of a deal for that one. That's why I had to come get it. And it's probably one of the best sounding exhausts for this generation. You have the Pexi, but the Pexi costs like $700. And this one was discontinued, of course. They don't make it anymore. So two of my other friends from Bakersfield also have it, and they love it. It's quiet. It looks OEM. When you get on it, it has a nice tone.
I will tell us, man. This interior is so beautiful.
Interior is pretty simple as well. I'll start off with the seats. The seats are from Evo 8. These I picked up also probably like 5 years ago off a guy that was parting out his, I wouldn't say guy, he's one of my friends that was parting out his wagon. Mm-hmm. And he had them for a good price, and I just had to come get them.
Right.
And I wasn't really sure how the blue was gonna fit because it has the little blue accents or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I guess it matches the valve cover, the brakes, so it's like little accents of blue that I like. And the floor mats, they're just Ross floor mats, so the car never came with the floor mats. And then start off with the steering wheel. The steering wheel, it's a Momo steering wheel with the NSX horn button and ring with the Chasing J's titanium screws, hardware. The quick release, and then the cluster, you go up to the cluster, it's Chasing J's made me a bezel for the Accord. So far that I know, I'm the only one that has one like that for this Accord. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but I mean, I hit him up and he was willing to make me one because he makes them for the Civics and Integras and other cars, but he never made one for the Accord. So he had to take my Accord bezel and then go off that. And then the shifter, it's the Cheetah's Auto shifter with the titanium shift knob from Chasing J's as well. And then it throws the gears very short. The throw's real short. And then it has the FCC bushings. You can barely tell, but they're in there somewhere, hopefully. And then go with the S2000 push start. I took the secret lighter thing off there, and that's where I located my S2000 push start. And the stereo's all simple, it's nothing crazy. And then I got Mugen pedals. That's the only thing Mugen I have on my car.
And how were those to find?
Dude, those came off one of my friend's car.
Oh, okay.
And I got them for a pretty good price. I wouldn't say how much, but
Still
got it for, And then on the rear, I deleted the rear seats because they were faded and ugly and they had a lot of crayon marks. So I invented this little block off plate that I got the idea from, I want to say a Super Street issue, some Civic dude. But his was all titanium, like it was crazy. And I got the idea off, so that's just plexiglass with a carbon wrap on it. So just little ideas that you get here and there. And of course the stickers. Instead of having, showing support to the pages that I follow or companies that.
A whole bunch of stickers.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of cool. And it's pretty simple. Like other than that, like there's nothing much going on in the front end, inside. It's just.
What are the future plans for it?
Nothing. I like the way it is right now.
I agree.
Just keep it the way it is. Probably just get new quarter panel inserts from the inside because mine are kind of ripped, but it's kind of hard to find gray interior. It's really hard.
Hi, Moy. Tell us about this Accord LX.
A full K24. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a H22 JDM H22A. It's from HMO, but this engine came out of Francisco Mata, his Prelude, because mine last year during the summer I bent some valves. I was doing some pulls on the way back home. Some fun stuff, and it
barely made it though.
Yeah, I barely made it home. Like the car, I did a pull at the stop sign and turned off, and then I just rolled my car to my house. But this motor, it's era specific. You know, it's from its time. I think it goes in there well. It's combined with the H23 tranny. That's off of the USDM Prelude, which the gears are pretty short. I think the only difference from the JDM one is the second gear, which I think it's a little bit longer than the other one. So it's a high-end header. I got the URAR pulley, so it's a single pulley. I have no AC. I took it off because it ended up messing up like 3 years ago. My AC all just took a dump, man. Unfortunately, but like the intake, it's just simple, you know. It's nothing crazy going on.
For what it is, how much do you think your car weighs?
Weighs? Man, I don't even know, to be honest. It's a boat.
Is it?
It's a boat, man. They're pretty heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I would have never swapped it because the single cam that it came with, it was high mileage, but man, dude, it ran like a champ.
Really?
Sometimes I regret swapping it, but who doesn't want a little bit more power? And this is a Chasing J's radiator cap.
Oh,
I also have the spark plug cover of them, but my bolts, I couldn't find my bolts, so I don't like rocking it too much either because I don't want it to get messed up. So I just like when I go to a meet or go to a show, I'll throw it on there. But I also have another valve cover that I'm doing. So it has a shaved. It has that shaved. Yeah. Yeah. And then
What kind
I
of
think
strut bar is that?
Cusco.
Cusco strut bar?
Yeah, that a lot of people trip out on it. They think it's from a different car, but it's actually, I got that one brand new in box. The box was beat up, but it was still in its packaging.
That's such a good feeling.
Yeah, like when I seen it, and I seen it on Craigslist, and I hit up the guy, he still had it, and I was like, hey man, well I got this and the BCs from that same guy.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, dude, that Cusco bar, it says CB9, so the CB9 is the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what should be the same thing? I don't know why it says specifically for the CB9, but it's the same thing.
I'm glad it fit.
Yeah.
In some wagons, there is a little bit of difference.
I would assume so, but to me, it's like the CB didn't really change much. So I was like, it should fit. And at first, I didn't want to put it on. My friends were like, don't put it on, dude. Like, it's brand new in box. Like, you could probably get some money for that. I was like, hell no, I'm gonna rock it.
That's nice,
And since then, yeah. So this might change pretty soon, or I wouldn't say too soon, but Dom from Chasing Jays reached out to me, and he said he'll probably do a titanium one for me.
Oh, wow.
So I just had to send my car to him or take it to him so you get all the measurements. But the reason I don't go yet is because I want to find these other brackets. I want to find other brackets, and so I don't have to like powder coat these or
Keep those OG.
yeah, and keep that OG. And then I got C's customizing socks, just right there.
What kind of power do you think you're making?
Probably like 130. I'm just kidding.
Oh, mom. I was like, what?
I don't know, maybe a little under 200, around there. Probably not with the header, because that header, I felt the difference from before, because before that header, I had a DC header. DC header just looks nicer, but it's the same thing as the OEM one. It just looks nicer. And then I had the traction bar. Those usually come in red, and I didn't want the red, because there's nothing red in my car. So I did those blue myself. The valve cover I did myself. It's kind of hard to find a brand new blue H23 valve cover that's wrinkle blue. Mm-hmm. So that blue I make myself.
And what are the future plans for the engine compartment?
Maybe clean it up. I was talking to Gabe about probably having his cousin make me a aluminum intake.
Nice.
So that, and then maybe that strut bar, change the valve cover to black. Oh, I forgot to mention I have the ESP motor mounts. I got rid of the front one, so when you have solid mounts, you really don't need that front one no more.
Wow.
Yeah, but future plans is just maybe do a wire tuck. But the reason I don't go that route either is because if something goes wrong, you know what it is. You don't have to take off your fender to find something that it's not connected right or it's not making any power. But I mean, it's to me, it's a driven car. So why go all out and hide all these wires when something goes wrong? You could easily find what's wrong.
Right, and you are trying to keep the reliability of it.
Yeah, because I mean I drive it everywhere. So
just to give you an example, guys, the spot that we're in, how many miles is that away from your home?
Like 126 miles.
Right, so you did this trip last week.
Yeah, last week I came. Yeah.
So 300 miles last week. Now you're gonna do 300 miles
Yeah.
again.
For the Cali Accord meet, when it happened last time, and the last time in San Pedro, that weekend I put like almost 600 miles, because I came to San Pedro, and then I went back home, and then the next morning I went to Fresno, and then I came back. So I put a lot of miles. I mean, that was with the other motor, and it's like, dude, I don't know why a lot of people are afraid to drive their cars that far. It's like, you guys don't really have that much trust in your cars. Like, it's kind of sad to me. I mean, I think so. It's like you don't get the full potential to enjoy your car.
Right.
So when people trip out, they're like, dude, you were here last week. Well, yeah, dude, I mean, I got nothing to do this weekend, so why not, see something that's out there?
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, you probably see me next week. Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, but it's reliable, so why move things, in my opinion, for right now.
I hear you. How about them shout outs, man?
Shout outs to my friends that helped me, Francisco, Eloy. They had a lot of part in this, especially Francisco when my car was down, because my car was at his house a lot. And big thanks to him for having it there for a while, and Eloy for teaching me how to do things my own. Like, because back then I wouldn't be able to change coilovers. Like the suspension, I would never work on it. I would always hit them up. And then one day I was just there with them, and then I got the hang of it. And he taught me a lot of things. CB7 tuner, the forums, I would give a shout out to them. I mean, it's hardly active anymore, but CB7 tuner gave me a lot of info of a lot of things. And the site's still up for a lot of people that want to know more about the car itself. I mean, that helped. That forum just guides you.
Yeah.
But today, a lot of people are lazy.
Yeah.
So they'd rather have somebody tell them right away what it is. They want to get spoon-fed. When back then, the forums was the only thing you relied on. So CB7 tuner take a big impact on my car, on my build. The Accord Collective guys for also helping me out with some parts, sourcing them and stuff. But shout outs, it's just anybody who's been supportive of this build, and anybody that has taken part of it. Shout out to you for doing this interview for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, but anybody that has love for this car, man, I thank you guys, because this car's been through a lot.
No, I can tell. I mean, just the subtle changes.
Yeah.
The car looks very aggressive. I mean, I know you hang out with Rival Machine, which
Yeah.
you're hanging the hat.
Yeah.
Gabe, that's the guy that we were talking about, the fitment. The banner is from Rival Machine. And then
Yeah.
on the side,
Yeah.
you're almost an ambassador. Tell me a little bit about Rival Machine and from your point of view, I guess.
From my point of view, is pretty cool. It's something different. It's Gabe's brand. I'm sure and Daniel's, and they asked me if I wanted to have the door decal, and I was like, yeah, man. Like to me, I think that was dope. But it's not. We're not a car club or anything. It's nothing like that. I mean, no hype. I don't live for that hype. Like how I said, the vlogging, it's for fun. The Instagram, they don't follow me, man. I post a selfie about myself, I only get like 5 likes.
Yeah, you lose subscribers.
I lose people, so I would rather not post myself anymore. So it's all about the car. But yeah, it's like your only rival is yourself, man. I go to car shows and I'm not trying to compete with anybody else. I see another Accord, man. I want to see that Accord. Like people are, nowadays, bro, like they live for, I want to win an award. I gotta win an award. Why did that car win an award? Why I didn't get an award? And to me, I think awards, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
If you get one, you get one. If you don't, why do you have to be?
Enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment. Like the people that you meet is what's dope. That's what I think. The people that you meet, the friends that you make, you guys have the same passion. Like everything goes aside. Like everything else in the world is put aside, and that's what's dope. Because no matter where you're from, what you believe in, what you support in, what do you think about the government, all that's put aside, bro. Like that's what's dope. And you're there for the same thing. Y'all have the same passion for the car. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people don't see it that way.
It's a shame.
Yeah, but what can you do?
We're out here.
We're out
trying to
here.
make that change.
Yeah.
Well, Moy, muchísimas gracias, my man. Wow.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure. Can't wait to see the future plans for it. I know it's going to be very subtle, but it's going to pop.
Yeah, they won't change much, bro. It's not just, it's pretty much still going to be like this for a while. Maybe future repaint it all.
Maybe
But,
K24 Turbo. We'll see.
I was going to go that route, but that's just too much.
All right,
Yeah.
Moy. Well, thank
Hey,
you so
man.
much.
Thank
and,
you.
Can't wait to see the future plans for it, man.
Oh, yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me on your channel, bro. I appreciate it a lot. Even though we tried like 4 times already.
Yeah. That's not on me, though. It was the rain, then your car blew up, then the rain again.
Nah, man, but I appreciate you, man, for having me.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really do.
And keep doing what you're doing, bro. I love it.
You ask and you shall receive.
Oh, my bad. The vision for this car I mean, this is my third Accord. Es que quiero que miren, I want them to see the car, dog, you know, they'll be like, get that fool out of the way. If it grow big, or what the fuck?
Video, ya con eso me di cuenta.
No, güey, ahorita voy a sacar mi GoPro y, what the fuck? Decir, mira, eso es lo que hace este güey.
Espérate, güey.
Nomás me anda cortoleando el güey.
You ask and you shall receive.
What the fuck?